decided before I started to stain these interior doors here that I would check to see if I needed to cut them at the bottom in any way if they were too tall. Turns out they're not too tall, but they are too wide. So the doors that I should have gotten should have been 30-inch doors. These are 32-inch doors. So that didn't get to work. So I'm going to put this guy back to Tennessee lumber, swap them out for 30-inch doors, start again. So this is the correct size door. I double checked it before I brought it out here. It's a 30-inch door with a 31.5-inch casing or door jamb to fit in a 32-inch spacing. If you guys are looking for recommendations on a good place for doors like this or tongue and grooves boarding, check out Tennessee Lumber out in White Pine, Tennessee. Fantastic. They're great to work with. Make sure you let them know that Nate and Katie Kraemer sent you. Alright, we'll sand this one down and get staining on it. Color. I'm going to let this dry for about 30 minutes before I flip it over and do the next side, and then it's a 2-hour dry period before I can put the polyurethane on. There's a couple spots where the pieces are glued together where it doesn't soak in because there's glue, so I'm not sure the best way to get that. I may have to go back in there with some sandpaper, sand it down, and stain it again. I'll try that before I flip it back over, or before I flip it over. So after a little bit of sanding and refinishing, those joints now look a lot better. It's been several hours now, so I'm going to blow this thing off with air compressor, and then we are going to put some polyurethane on it. Well, as you can see, I got the doors stained, got the polyurethane sealant on it, I got them hung. You're looking at the closet door. And I also pre-painted all of the trim that's going to go into the bedroom here. We are starting in the bedroom first because we have kind of a deadline for another project, another video, and that requires having the bedroom done. So we're starting in here. All right, so next is the baseboard, and I'm gonna head that way, I think, because I have a kind of a challenge on what to do with the sliding glass door here, the slider door. So I think I'm gonna head this way. I'm gonna head this way and make my way around the room. So the next few cuts will actually have a 90-degree, 45-degree cut on them, bevel cut on them. And I also learned that on inside corners, you really want to do 44 degrees. They fit better. And on outside corners, you typically want to do 46 degrees. They fit better. So I'm going to get a few pieces in place, show you guys the progress. I feel like I'm really far behind. And as you guys know, the camera slows me down. So I'll get a few pieces in place and show you where we're at. I don't quite know how long it was, probably 30 minutes to just get that one little corner in there. So I'm gonna get the inside corner glued. I'll get it tacked into place with the brad nailer, and we'll continue on down the row. It's gonna take a while to kind of get my groove going, but I think I'll get there. I think I'll get there. All right, I got some tight bond, quick and thick. All right, a little caulking right up there, right in there, right in there. On the sliding glass door, you can see the sheetrock sticks out quite a bit from the frame. And if I were to just put our trim, then there's a gap right here. A while ago, Katie and I picked up a really cheap set of, or a bunch of strips of molding. I'm not sure what this stuff is called, but what I decided I'm gonna do, I'll just put this there, and then I will put that molding right there, like that. That'll hide that gap. I think that'll look okay. So that's my plan for the sliding glass door. The other option is to put the trim like that, and then like that. That might work too, but that requires a little bit more work on some of the areas where the sheetrock sticks out further than the depth of this quarter round trim, or whatever this stuff is called.